Basically, a path to citizenship for undocumented students who were brought to this country from before they were 15 years old. From usually, most of the kids who this would affect were brought here when they were about 5, 6, 7 years old from countries that their parents just could no longer live in for the safety of their children.
Well, the DREAM Act, what it stands for, is the Development for Relief and Education for Alien Minors.
The DREAM Act does is saying that since as a child, you didn't really have much of a choice to come here, and you've lived, your whole life here, you probably don't even have family over there or anything like that. Pretty much saying that you with certain requirements that you could go on to get a higher education.
It's more of just to inform people. The DREAM Act, it was voted on not too long ago, and it didn't pass by a few votes. But now it's going into the lame duck session, and so we're trying to inform a lot of people because we feel like not enough people knew enough about it to support it. And I think there's a lot of misconceptions about it. Like, people are thinking this is just going to be a way to allow more immigrants to come in and get citizenship just like that, and that's not the truth.
I feel like the reason we haven't had the DREAM Act pass, it's only been defeated by 1 or 2 votes in the past years, is because we don't have enough people to support it. We don't have enough people informed about it. There's people out there who would support it if only they had the information to know exactly what it was and exactly the effects it would have on the country and the good it could do.
I just want to inform people, and if we could have people see what the DREAM Act really entails, then I think that would be great, and it would actually be logical. They would have logical, hard-based facts to base their decisions on, because a lot of them, again, because of their misinformation, a lot of their reasons and beliefs are completely logical and not factually based.
What we're going to do is, hopefully some of the Lambda Theta Phi guys and some of the LUL guys can act as participators as well as not bodyguards, but like crowd control. And if somebody hostile approaches somebody and they're like getting in their face and stuff, what you would do is just hand them a brochure, and even if they throw it down, just turn around and keep back with the rally.
You did your part.
You did your part. I told them there's going to be hundreds of people in this plaza. This isn't going to be a small area, controlled environment. This is going to be a public area. The only controlling aspect of this environment is us, because the rest of the public they can do whatever they want, and that's why it can get dangerous with crowd control. Because you don't know how everybody else feels. We all at the rally know how we feel about it, but we know to be peaceful.
Did you guys even bother to ask Georgia State Patrol or somebody?
Well, there's going to be police out there, because there's going to be multiple police out there. There's going to be campus police.
Okay, so
yeah, I'm going to give a heads up to both the Dean of Students and the Georgia State Police before the rally, probably tomorrow.
That's good.
Or Monday. I think we're gonna have Eva out there first, and that's when we'll be handing out the flyers. Like, that's when we'll be personally distributing them. Because from that point on, it's chanting. Like, after 11:30, it's like posters flying, American flags flying. If you got them, banners. Georgia Dreamers are bringing out a huge banner. Did you see Monday? Did y'all see Monday in the Library Plaza? The Georgia Dreamers had a huge banner out there that said, "Pass the DREAM Act now," and they're gonna be bringing that to the rally. And so that's gonna be flying.
Okay.
Posters gonna be flying. We're gonna have chants going.
What was that?
You want to do Si Se Puede and English? Like Si Se Puede and Yes We Can?
Okay, Si Se Puede, Yes We Can. Now we gotta try to avoid slogans that sound like we're trying
to push something.
Because we're not pushing anything, we're informing. So Si Se Puede.
Yeah, it might be a little
kind of sounds like we can, yes we can.
And lead our participants who are involved.
But the speakers, I know we have to be. Luis is awesome, but he seems like he's very.
Like, we have to talk to the speakers because I'm pretty sure all of them are
feel very strong about.
Exactly.
So anybody, anything says about anything,
it's
because I feel like the students, we can control them, and we know most of them.
Yeah, we're college students.
Big deal of them.
Like we're in high school.
Seriously, this has to be.
But the speakers, I feel like they could be more inclined to go all out.
And signs and all that stuff, that's gonna be great and all, but that usually
just works
automatic protest.
Yeah, it's like a snowball.
People are gonna see signs, they're gonna be like, oh my god.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we're planning on having some dynamics. I think
that's the visual aspect.
Right.
That's what I mean, but make sure the signs aren't, make sure they're very informative, like DREAM Act, dash,
Well, it's gonna be more just like
Facts.
Like
Facts.
65,000 students graduate each year from high school who don't get
There
to
you
go
go.
to college.
Facts.
That's a fact that would
There you go.
touch somebody.
Nothing like si se puede, or nothing
Right.
like
No,
We will do
education or deportation. Like
Right.
you know, oh my goodness.
No.
Make sure that they're important.
You know that I'm gonna talk to you tonight about not doing those shirts.